Man, GuuRock, god damn it, Flo, the owner of GuuRock, right? Correct, you're the owner of GuuRock.
Yes, sir.
I was seeing GuuRock pop off not too long ago. It's on all the music videos. You got people promoting it everywhere. It's obviously a great fucking product because people I know personally fuck with it, and they don't just fuck with any type of brand. So talk about this. How did this all begin?
Man, well, GuuRock began about 4 to 5 years ago, something like that. One of my loved ones, GuuRock J, came to me like, man, I got the new product. I looked at it, and at the time, Detroit wasn't really rocking with moon rocks or nothing like that yet. You know what I'm saying? So I just seen an opportunity, and I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna introduce this to the D for real. You know what I'm saying? You know, moon rocks had came here before, but Detroit didn't really get the rush like that. We wasn't really rocking with the concentrates like that. So I went and took and add my own spin to it, did something special to it, you know, came up with a formula. It took us 2 years to actually make our formula that we liked, and we rocked with it, and I brought it to the streets, man, and the streets was fucking with it hard, man. We took it to the right ambassadors, and the right ambassadors took it to another place, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna shout those people out, man, because they showed a lot of love in a lot of their neighborhoods, and a lot of their fan base helped take us to the next level, you know? So I definitely want to shout out DZ and shout out Big Coke, our first brand ambassador. 50 Zone really adopted it heavy. Skilla Baby was our second brand ambassador. Willie J Peso, him and his following, Giraffe Head. Sada Baby, you know, we signed him out when he was out in Oakland, did the first Rolling Loud I went to with him. Out in Oakland, we signed him out in Oakland as a brand ambassador. Eastside Re-Up, FMB. Man, Kiefer Khan, one of the #1 producers and directors in the city. I ain't forgetting no Nisha Nashay, the princess of R&B in the city. You feel me? Michi F Baby, she was one of our brand ambassadors as well. I ain't forget nobody, did I? Yeah. Shout out to Juggernaut Entertainment, Big Steve. Y'all know what it is.
This is one of the toughest things to do is branch out a brand, become an entrepreneur, especially with marijuana, obviously, because it was technically illegal not too long ago.
Right.
Like you couldn't just sell the shit from the crib or anything like that. Now it's legal. You put a brand around this though. It's standing out. People love it. Talk about the steps it took to get to this point where it became a successful brand.
All right, bet. You know what's so funny? I'm glad you asked me that. I got an ebook coming out real soon to talk about how I came from the projects and now how we housing the #1 brands, you know, some of the #1 brands in the country when it's coming to this medical marijuana thing. So the steps it took, man, it started with me a long time ago. I started back like old school people, you know, just in the neighborhood with it. And then I was glad that when the world went legal, you know what I'm saying, when they legitimized it and decriminalized it, you feel me? I was real happy, you know what I'm saying, because it gave, you know, opened the door for a lot of people who probably wouldn't have had an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? So it just was like, when it went from that point, I seen the vision, I seen opportunity. I'm like, oh man, you know, they letting us legitimize this. They letting us put brands together. They actually letting us market this. They actually letting us sell us in stores. I remember the first store, some of the first stores I seen on Van Dyke and Gratiot, man. I ain't gonna name drop their store. Got to pay for that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, they was doing their thing and they kind of took over the neighborhood. I seen people that was going from buying in houses and the spots going to the dispensary. And even myself was like, man, let me go up in here and see what they got going on up in here. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of came like a wave. And then when I went in there, I'm like, man, you know what? How do I become a part of this wave? Like, I can't get left behind. I don't want to be stuck on the block. You know, stick me and want to give me a few stores. You feel me? You know, so I watched my first store that I tapped into was 420 Dank. That was one of the first stores, and I can drop y'all. We made a lot of money together. Shout out to 420 Dank. On Gratiot, and you know, they adopted the brand first, one of the first dispensaries ever, and from there it was just on, man. It was on. We just didn't stop, you know, from all the shows, Clio, Michigan, all the legal shows that High Times threw. We went and did astronomical numbers and hours, you feel me? You know, sold out every time we touched any venue, brought all the influencers out, showed love to the people, let them get to meet some of their favorite artists face to face, you feel me? Blow with them. You know, it was lit, man. So we paved the way, man. A lot of the Detroit brands you seeing now, you know, caught some of our wave, you feel me? And we even threw a kind of fashion show for me to open up the market a little bit more for people that's like myself. I did a kind of fashion show last December where I showcased all the medical marijuana brands that I rock with, that I see doing their thing coming up in the industry like I did, that's passionate, that, you know, took their time to really push it out here and keep their foot on the street's neck. And so I brought them to the forefront on the kind of fashion show, and this was the first one ever where you can smoke, watch the new kind of fashion come down the runway, and you was eating some of the livest food ever that was prepared, lobster tails, lamb chops. Man, people, if you came, you know, the whole city showed up the day after Christmas. That's the annual day. We're going to do it again this year. But the whole city came out. All the artists you love came out, you know, came and showed love, and they got experience that they never experienced before. You know, we doing it again, man. We just trying to pioneer the game, you know.
Yeah, man.
For real.
Man, you're very, very passionate and very serious about bringing this brand out, and also just helping these other people gain traction as well. You know, it's like you're not staying totally exclusive to helping and collaborating with other people and stuff. So initially, like you said, you didn't want to be held back in the streets. You didn't want to miss this wave. Marijuana game's exploding, obviously. People are growing everywhere. Every house has a growery in it. You know what I'm saying? You didn't want to miss the wave. But let's talk about that moment, though. Let's talk about where you were before that. Were you in any state of success? Or were you in any state of like, okay, I can live off of what I'm doing before GuuRock comes aboard?
Well, when GuuRock was a black... excuse me. Smoking good.
Oh yeah. Take your time. You need some water. If you go ahead, take your time.
Was a black market brand on the street. We were doing very well when we first came out. Like I said, the artist touched it first, man. You can ask Sada Baby when you see him. You know, in your next interview, you can ask DZ. You can ask these guys, Big Coke. One of them, I'm telling you, you can ask these guys before it ever touched the street. The rappers and the artists that I already got relationships with was already rocking with it. They was already seeing. You can even ask GT, ask all these guys. You know what I'm saying? They seen it. Ask Babyface. When you run into any of these guys, when they seen this shit out here on the street, GuuRock was already a wave before we ever really kind of really brought it to the public. And then when we brought it to the public, it was a thing like everybody can't get it. It was cool. We was doing fine. You feel me? Like, but you always want more money. You know what I'm saying? Because money is a good thing. But I always wanted to make it an exclusive brand. It's about the exclusivity with me. It's about everybody not being able to touch it. It's about it being a designer product. Everybody can't wear Gucci, but everybody can't go. You know what I'm saying? It's just a designer drug, man. You feel me? It's the Gucci of the game and the Louis of the game.
Right.
I want money from y'all too.
Yeah, man. The business mindset, right? Having structure. How did you build these tools?
I gotta credit Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. That book changed my life. I read that. Robert Kiyosaki, I read that. That's Rich Dad Poor Dad. I read that in the 10th grade in high school. That changed my life. I be reading books and stuff, man. I picked up a lot of stuff. I always was chasing down. You know, I come from the projects. I come from 16 people in a 4-bedroom household. You feel me? My mama was the first person to go to college. You feel me? You know, I went, but I ain't finished because I knew I was an entrepreneur. I knew it from 10th grade when I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. You know, my mama got a job and did all that stuff and still was kind of just over broke, kind of still just making do. And I was like, man, I want to be an entrepreneur, man. I want to, you know, I seen reading that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm like, man, I seen that's a trick, you know, going to work, you know. So I went, you know, I just was like, man, I'm gonna make it make sense. So that's what happened, man. I started thinking like business from then. It was talking about how, like, you know, the person that went to work, you know, working for somebody else and just getting this salary cap. I ain't never want to be capped, man. You know, they talking about capping now. It's funny. I'm talking about salary cap. Don't salary cap me. Yeah. Talking about capping. Don't cap me. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Don't salary cap me. You feel me? So that's where it was that's kind of where it came from. And I was like, man, you know what? I want to be able to create my own revenue. I want to write my own check every year. It just sounded good to me. Like, I can know how much money I want to make. You feel me? And that pushed it. That's what really pushed it. And then when I started doing it, you know, becoming a business owner, I had a lot of businesses. I own a few different businesses. You feel me? GuuRock ain't the only one. I own a few different businesses, man. Mobile apps, you know, Black Businesses Matter mobile app. It's called Black Zilly now. You feel me? Life in the Cup smoothie bar. You feel me? I've been doing this for a while, man. Just trying to, you know, keep different irons in the fire.
Now you said you had 16 people in a 4-bedroom.
No, it was 16 people in the 4-bedroom house in the Martin Luther King Home Projects. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, my grandmother, I'm a grandmama baby. You know, my mama gave my grandma do that, you know, when I was younger. And then, you know, just a lot of us. My grandma got 10 girls, you know, period. One son, you feel me? And all of them got babies. And we was all living in a house together.
What was like did you have the responsibilities of maintaining? Like that's a lot of people to manage. Obviously, you had to find your own way.
Yeah, you know, and coming up in the King homes, you know, we grew up poor, but it was so fun. You wouldn't know it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, I lived in that house, kind of was like the party house too. You know, my grandma cooked for the whole neighborhood, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it was always love, man. I grew up in a neighborhood that was kind of like a real close knit neighborhood, especially at that time. The King homes real close knit, like a family. So I'm next door. You know, it's like home too. I'm eating there, everything, you know, so it's kind of like that. You feel me?
They kept you guys close.
Close, man. Our whole neighborhood close. Still to this day, we still close.
So you were poor but rich.
Yeah, I was rich, really though. You know what I'm saying? You could call us financially poor, but spiritually, you know, and you know, like just what the camaraderie we had, you know, togetherness we had. You feel me? It was rich, still rich to this day. You know, my neighborhood, a rich neighborhood, because we still real tight.
Yeah. So that's kind of different from like a lot of people will come on and say, like, you know, they grew up in an environment where, you know, they were afraid to kind of cross the street and whatnot. Did you ever feel that way growing up, or did you always just feel
because
safe?
my neighborhood a tough neighborhood for sure. Like one of the toughest in Detroit. We known, we known, and now we known around the world. You know, my neighborhood ring bells, but it's a difference when you come from it. It's like being in the house or being outside of the house. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't from inside this house, it get weird, but you know, yeah, like my neighborhood just was like that. You know, you got to fight. Still to this day, you can catch a fair one, catch a fair fade, no guns involved.
Yeah.
Square up.
Oh yeah.
Feel me? One of them only neighborhoods you can still do that in, man. You can still square up in my neighborhood.
Did anybody in your family take kind of the same avenue as you as far as starting a business and launching something?
Yep, I got to shout out my Uncle Free. You know, he taught me a lot. My grandma only son, you know, but she definitely, you know what I'm saying? I definitely could say my Uncle Free started the People's Barbershop. Like I told you, me and him did the Life in the Cup together, you know, so he was one of the ones in the family who started a business. You know, my mother ended up going off to own businesses as well. You feel me? So yeah, you know, we got into business. We learned that working wasn't really it. You feel me? That working for ourselves was a little bit better, you know, and some people took that avenue. The People's Barbershop. Shout out to my uncle, man. Make sure you go get a cut.
What's the process of developing such a great product and a quality product?
Man, you got to care about the product. I think GuuRock was so high quality because in the beginning, that's what I wanted. I noticed with Moon Rocks, a lot of times people was using trash weed and I can taste it in there. People was using trash wax, I can taste it in there, and using trash keef and I can taste it in there. So a lot of people ran away from it because people was just not respecting the game. You feel me? So I just make sure I use quality through and through, and I make sure that I can constantly get quality. You know what I'm saying? To use at all times, man. Your relationships is so important. You feel me?
Have you ever smoked like really fucking bad weed and
Yes.
and the person selling it's making money though?
Yeah.
And to kind of talk about how the fuck that works and why people are purchasing bad weed.
Let me tell you something, man. The best marketer wins, bro. Flat out. And I shout out to Ming Lee. I'm quoting her book. That's the title of her book, her ebook. You got to go check that out. Best marketer wins. You know, she killing the hair game right now. I went to elementary school with her, but she like millionaire in this weed game. I mean, the hair game and the weave game and this wig game right now. And she dropped a book called The Best Marketer Wins. Man, I got to give it to her. That's why I got to, you know, give y'all that ebook too, because I seen what she did, you know, when she did that, you know, she gave out that book to give you the game of how she did it from beginning to end. I got to give you the game. It's only right, you feel me? And that's how the bad weed men are selling weed. Shit, they great marketers. You know what I'm saying? Period. You got to be. Like, how the fuck is you still selling weed?
You gotta believe in the
You
product.
got to believe in the product, baby. That's the key.
So this motherfucker is just so good at marketing that he can sell some
Yes,
bullshit
bro.
reggies
Yes,
to
I've
you.
seen it, bro. I've seen people with bad weed sell a lot of weed. Like, damn, how the fuck is he doing this? You know what I'm saying? Like, just good sales pitch, man. A good, you know what I'm saying? And then this how cold bad weed men are. They have some good weed here and there. See, they know how to wheel you in the good, and they like down there mix it in.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like I'm gonna give him the good this time. 2 bads, good. 2 bads, 2 goods, 3 bads. You feel me? It's balance.
Cause like you look at me, right? I used to buy weed, and like I'm like the most simp. I'm a simp when it comes to weed. When I was smoking it, back when I was smoking it, I was a simp. So you could sell me something for $50 and say it's like the hottest shit, and I'd be like, oh, that was the hottest shit. But then my cousin started growing, and then I was like, oh, I was smoking bullshit for a long time, bro. Like a long time.
Do you remember? I don't know how long you've been smoking weed, but do you remember when it went from Reggie's to like Gans, and then from like Gans, like Hydro, to like Kush? No,
I came in when it was already kind of good. Like the quality was getting there.
Oh man, see, you didn't get the transition, so. Nah. You were like, this really like brick weed and Reggie's made. See, I was around when Reggie's still was being sold. Like we only had Reggie's. I was remember when Hydro came in the door, and then then when Kush came in the door, I remember even being that time. It was like Lil Jon dropped that song, that Kush, that presidential shit, George Bush. I remember that time because that's when the Kush dropped for real. You know what I'm saying? That's like 04, 05. Them good ass perps from 04, 05, them $600 ounces, man. But I remember having fucking Reggie's in 02, 01. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, there's popcorns around. You feel me?
So Reggie's basically is obviously like the standard, right? Like back in the early 2000s. Why the fuck weren't people able to get good quality weed if it existed?
Man, I think it was all in California at the time. I don't know, man. I don't think the cultivation side came this way yet. I think it's been people growing in Michigan for years, obviously, but that exotic weed, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I think the Sherbinsky, you gotta have to ask Sherbinsky when he brought that gelato. I remember hearing the story from Sherbinsky about when the gelato came and all of that, man. But it's like I can't remember exactly what year he brought it, man, but that shit changed the fucking game. Gelato changed the game. Hydro changed the game too. I remember going from Reggie, like I said, to Hydro and Gans. That shit changed the game. Perps. Woo. Yeah. I still ain't taste no 2004 Perps, man. Shit.
When did the good shit start coming in? When did this? What year do you know? What year it started breaking in?
I said 03, 04 is when I really start seeing the exotic weed. 03, 04 is when I started seeing. Well, okay, I'm sorry. Let me take it back. 02 is like when I really started seeing a lot of Gan. You know what I'm saying? In 02, I was a young guy. I was only like 16. But that's when I really, my first sack. I got my first sack. It was a Reggie sack. That was in 2000. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you feel me? I remember in 2000, I was in the 9th grade. You feel me? Yeah, hey, this how you know it's so crazy. This how I knew I was gonna be always thinking of exotic weed. I'm always been a marketer. I always knew how to sell some shit. That's like my gift. You feel me? My God-given gift. I had the weed my first time, and the guy in my school fronted it to me like, you need to sell this to get some money. You feel me? I'm like, hell yeah. I know people that, I'm from the projects. I know I'm gonna go sell it at, but I'm like, damn, what's gonna make me different than all these other motherfuckers who got weed? I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? My goofy ass, this is how you know I wasn't even smoking then. My goofy ass say, but I was thinking ahead. I say, I'm gonna take all the seeds out of my weed and then package it. So when you get it, all you gotta do is break it down in your blunt and roll it straight up. You ain't gotta take the sticks and seeds out. Mm-hmm. But my goofy ass then broke all the weed down to shape, damn near to get the sticks and the seeds out. So now my dimes looking like nicks or $3 bags, but it's the right amount of weed.
Yeah.
Man, that's what I'm telling you. I was ahead of the game, man. But I was trying to think of how to be, how to be smart with this shit. How to be, my bad. I keep looking at the camera.
No, you can look at the camera. It's a podcast. It's not a movie. Yeah,
right. You feel me? But that's how I keep. That's just fucks me up. How I was innovative.
Yeah.
Before it ever came out.
And it's so interesting, right? Because marijuana is a product, but it's illegal, right? So at this time, it's not like easy to facilitate. You can sell anything else, but you can't sell drugs, basically.
Well, marijuana is legal now.
No, I'm talking about at that time.
Oh, at that time.
Yeah, I'm talking about when you're first starting off, marijuana is illegal. Mm-hmm. So it's not just like any other brand or something you could just go sell. So talk about that a little bit and the trials and tribulations of selling weed when it's illegal.
Yeah, man. Like early on, like you said, I caught little misdemeanor cases for weed, man, paraphernalia and shit. Not with a whole lot of them. Never got caught with a whole lot of it or nothing like that in the early ages. But people were catching cases. A lot of people I knew were catching a lot of cases for weed, man. You know what I'm saying? Just come on, man, the stuff you get that's right, you riding around that they claim legal right now, you know, is at a time they'll take you in, they lock you down for that type of shit. You feel me? So it was crazy. It was weird, you know, riding around, you ain't want to smoke in the car. Now you riding around, you kind of, you know what I'm saying, feel a little different. You know what I'm saying? Back then you ain't want to smoke in public. Now you can go out. I got a picture. I was just at a Jars event. Shout out to Jars. Event out in East Lansing, and it's police right next to us, and we blowing, and they down there protecting the event while we blowing, and the weed hitting them all upside the head. You feel me? You know, smoke smacking them all in the face. I said, damn, this a different time, man. I remember when you used to hide that weed. You seen the cop, you throwing a joint. You know what I'm saying? Like it's times has changed, man. I'm just happy to be here. While it changed, you feel me? It's crazy. I be telling my loved ones, it's like we at the ground floor of Microsoft. You feel me? Like when the internet first started, like when computers first went from desktops to laptops. Yeah, it's like we right there. You feel me? We right on the brink of something so great, man. We got to just grab a hold of it and make sure that we getting our piece out of it. You feel me? That's what I'm big on, making sure we get our piece back.
When the moment happened that it became legalized, was this like a celebration for you?
Hell yeah, it was a celebration. You know what it was? I started thinking family business immediately. I'm like, oh shit, now you know that it's legal now? We about to crack some stores open now? Oh, y'all about to let us get busy? Oh yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, it's on. You feel me? Like it's on. It's our time now. Yeah. I felt like it was God given. God knew we needed this. It's like,
were you like on the couch like this is a playoff game and my team just hit the buzzer? Like how did it? What was the moment in particular when they said it's legalized?
Imagine, man. I was like, what? And then I'm a numbers person. You know, I'm looking at the numbers. When they went legal, Cali made $1 billion the first year. They got out of their deficit in the first year. What? You know how many clinical studies that we help right now? I'm talking about for nausea, for sleep deprivation, you know, insomniatics. You know how much we help so many cancer patients. Like, come on, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. That's the end game and the end goal is I really want to get real scientific with this thing, man. And I really want to help a lot of people with these illnesses. You know what I'm saying? Claustrophobia, all type of stuff that people overcome with weed, man. Yeah. For real, man. Yeah. Schizophrenia. For real, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they you know, when I was smoking weed it was to sleep. Like I couldn't sleep.
See what I'm saying?
And I still have a lot of trouble. I miss smoking weed only cuz I have trouble sleeping.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. Like weed be that it helps. That's that plant, man. It helps. It helps people in so many ways, man. People couldn't even understand. Yeah. Like, even down to the CBD side of it, man. Shout out to Plant Life CBD. Even down to the CBD side. For real, man.
Yeah, man. So you know, you did it when it wasn't legal. You're doing it now when it's legal. You know, like I said, everybody's house has a fucking growery inside of it. Now everybody's growing plants. You know what I'm saying? You're finding ways to keep elevating and being better than the next man. You want this to be like the gold standard of marijuana. Yep. Everybody in Detroit's rocking it. Success is here, right? Do you feel successful?
Yeah, I feel successful. I feel like we still got a long way to go, though. I feel like we still got a lot of our goals we got to attack and knock down. You know, we not there yet, y'all. We still got a lot of ways to go, but I'm thankful for where we at today, for sure.
Yeah, man. Do you have any moments... You know, when you're selling illegally, it's not safe either. That's another thing. It's not about just the police either. Obviously, it's the selling door to door, selling to a guy you never met in your life. Do you have any of those moments that scared the shit out of you, or any of those moments that made you think maybe this isn't the thing for me? Maybe I don't want to do this part of the game.
No, I think especially with now, you know, I feel like we was like it was like a true blessing, you know, because you know on some real stuff. This is something I see my children doing. Like, you feel me? Like, they're going to be the best cultivators in the world. You feel me? This is something it's a family business for real, man. You catch them while they're young, man, and catch them at the right age where it's totally legal, and you put them in there, man. You let them grow. You let them cultivate. They're going to be better than you, period. My daughter Ocean going to walk in the room and be able to tell me, Daddy, this has this type of deficiency. This is what's wrong with this plant. This is what's wrong with that plant. That's my dream. My son walking in and saying, Pops, hey, guess what we about to do with the marketing now? It's a new way to take this over to China and Russia when it become federally legal. We break that barrier, you know, and they let all the big dogs in. We're going to have to, that's why we got to build now. But you know what I'm saying? I can't wait till, you know, we are set up the right way when it does go to federally legal where we can go monopolize the market worldwide.
Do you think that's gonna happen?
That's happening. Y'all get ready.
Yeah.
That's already happening. It's already in place. People like Amazon burning weed right now. They growing the weed and burning it for sure. They growing all the weed and burning it for research and development. This is what you gotta know. The big dogs are coming. Pepsi is coming. Budweiser is coming. All these people who do beer, they're gonna be first in line. All these people that's growing tobacco, they're gonna be first in line. You gotta remember that. And the best thing for anybody with a brand, I'm gonna tell you right now. I gotta talk to the world for this one, Kidell. The best thing you can do right now is grow your brand so high where they gotta come pay you, because they gonna come with the trillions and the billions and the hundreds of millions, and you gonna just have to be making sure that you set up worldwide, your brand is thriving, so they gotta pay you. You feel me?
Right
they
on.
gotta pay you.
Right. Because I was just gonna ask you that. I was gonna say, like, let's just say you are an independent business that wants to build this this brand off of marijuana, and then all of a sudden it does become federally legal and you're competing against the big dogs. Do they stand a chance? Is it going to be kind of like craft beer?
I say, like, yeah, I think it's going to be like beer. You're going to be able to get it at the stores, liquor stores, everywhere.
No, I'm talking about, is it going to be like craft beer as far as competing with the big dogs?
Yeah, it's going to be competing with the big dogs for sure, bro. It's going to definitely be like that. It's going to be where, if think about it, you coming in against with someone who has a $1 trillion budget for marketing. I told you in the beginning, the best marketer wins. Only reason why we surviving right now because Pepsi can't do a weed commercial. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the only reason why we surviving, because Budweiser, who paid $1.2 million or $2 million for that 15-second slot in between the Super Bowl, and it's gonna say, get that Budweiser weed. It's coming to your doorstep.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's the only thing that's missing. You know what I'm saying? That's what's gonna happen when they go federal. You know what I'm saying?
But you can still compete, though.
You can compete. That's why you got to have a niche.
Right.
You got to be special. You got to be GuuRock. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a Google.
Yeah.
You know, they can't compete. You got to go in the lab. They in the labs, though, but, you know, we in the labs, too. You know what I'm saying? We in all kind of labs. We in license. Everything we doing right now, GuuRock, Exotics, you getting that through licensed markets. We in 40 dispensaries, soon to be 254 dispensaries in Michigan.
Right.
Y'all better watch out, you know. And then we going over to Vegas, we going to Arizona. We already got these relationships with people. And if you in these other states with licenses, you better reach out to me, because GuuRock and Exotics, this is the wave. You know what I'm saying? We got the influence. We taking it to the next level legally worldwide. The medical marijuana industry is ours.
Yeah, man. Medical marijuana is an avenue as well, right?
That is the avenue. That's what GuuRock. So I released GuuRock Tropics and GuuRock Gold in the dispensary. That's in the licensed legal market.
Okay.
We talking about legal flower right here. You feel me? Everything is totally legitimate now. We done crossed over to the point a couple years back when we turned ourselves to GuuRock. We were going to be licensed. We had to go and connect with the right people, get the right lawyers to line us up the right way, and now, you know, we got legal flower. We about to drop 2 new strands: GuuRock's Ocean Ave.
So the requirements, obviously, when you grow marijuana and stuff, it's not just like, oh, you can grow it and then all of a sudden you can just go put it in any store. You have to pass certain certifications. Yes.
So this is the process for that. You have to be in a state licensed facility where the state monitors this place 24 hours a day. They come in, they check the stuff once a week, sometimes. I mean, it's once a month, sometimes once a week, depending on however the MRA want to do it. Everything is tagged from the time it's a baby, size of a clone, and that baby has like a social security number, and they watch it all the way up until it's cultivated. After it's finished being cultivated, dried out, trimmed, it goes back to the lab. They test it again before they actually put it out on the market. That's the process.
Did you guys pass like immediately, or did it take time to figure out the qualifications and whatnot?
No, we passed immediately. So what we did was I found a way to be able to partner with people who are already in the industry. You know what I'm saying? I had the brand, and they seen what GuuRock was doing. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. They seen what I was doing in the street already. They already seen what I was doing on the market. So like they hearing me. They hearing the people walking in the dispensary asking how you ain't got the GuuRocks. You know what I'm saying? And now the dispensaries and the licensed market reaching out to me. I made so much noise that they reached out to me. And was like, hey, man, this is what you need to do, become legal, man. Like, you really need to get in here, man. Like, people waiting on you. And I'm like, bet, let's do it. And the moment I did it, I opened up in 16 stores. Every single store I went into, we sold out immediately. every store. And then I'm in like 15 cities, 16 cities in Michigan. You know, the 40 stores are over 16 cities. So I went on tour. I took weed on tour. I never dreamed of this day. You gotta feel me, like what? We could take weed on tour. We could publicly take it on tour because we got licensed weed. It's legal. We going into dispensaries. We pulling up. We tell them, hey, come get our product out of this state licensed facility. Yeah. And people pulling up and they buying it out. We selling out everywhere we go. We about to have another tour. I'm about to do something special for the winter too, y'all. Look out for that.
When you go to a store that sells marijuana, dispensaries, what are they looking for to accept you?
You have to have a state license. You got to have a state license no matter what. You have to have a state license. You have to have a state license facility that the MRA approves and your weed is tested. That's the only way you're going to be able to get into it. Then, even after that, now you have to get into the stores. Just because you got a product don't automatically mean you getting in the store. So my advice would be to build your brand, then get into the stores. Build you a brand, then get legal, then get into the stores.
Right.
That's just my process.
Who fucks this guy?
That's the Goo man, man. It's big Goo, man.
How you guys come up with it? I love it. How did you come up with it?
My little cousin. I sat him there. I came up with an idea. I told my little cousin who makes logos, and I got a couple little cousins. One of them sketch and draw. He can make you a logo, and then they vectorize it. Make it digital. They just making the logo digital from paper. Or you can or my other cuz, he digitally make logos, and I told him what I wanted, and he brought it to life. It was amazing. He did it in like an hour and a half. I'm like, cuz, this is what I want. I want a gooey person, Goo man, because I had the name GuuRock already. I just didn't have a logo for it. Yeah. So GuuRock, I said, I want a mascot. I want a character, somebody that can come to life, that can pop up at events. You feel me? I'm like, so you want a person? Man, I'm like, I want him slimy. I want him high. Man, he came back with that in an hour and a half, and I was like, the first shot back, no edits at all, man. Yeah. The shit was perfect.
I love it.
I said, what the fuck? This is it.
It pops, man. It really does. It pops. It's lively. It's fun.
Yeah, we put GuuRock on everything, man. GuuRock, Kudex with the pocket.
Nick, is everything good?
Embroider, everything.
What happened, Nick?
You want that?
What?
This.
Oh, yeah, yep. There you go.
Yeah, man. Talk about like
I'm a fab of GuuRock with in a minute.
Yeah. Talk about a little bit of the process of networking with these major artists and how that can help somebody who's trying to come up in the game.
Okay, networking with the artists. Yeah, man. You mean as far as, all right, now coming up in which game? You talking about the medical marijuana industry or the weed industry, or you talking
the
about
weed industry in particular, like with the GuuRock and making everybody want to be a part of it?
So good thing was I already had personal relationships with a couple of the people, with a lot of the game, a lot of the industry, but it's important. It was important to connect with other people because think about it. You only know so many people. You only know Kid L. You only know so many people. You probably know a lot of people, but Kid L is only Kid L. Now, when you reach out and say, "Hey, Flo, put me in your network and tell everybody you know about Kid L," and then you say, and then Flo going to tell another 2 people about Kid L, and now Kid L is in 3 other rooms that Kid L might not have been in. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And likewise, you say, all right, Kid L, you say GuuRock in your rooms, and the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own friends. I think it's like 6 degrees of separation or something for the whole world. So I think you tell 6 people. You feel me?
Yeah.
Tell 6, 7 people, man. Tell them where you might end up in the world.
Yeah,
for
you
feel
sure.
me? I like it's so crazy with GuuRock. When we first dropped the shirts and the merch, I had people. It was a thing because the name is GuuRock International. I don't know if I don't know if they see that GuuRock International. So my whole thought when the inception of the name is, I was like, shit, I want to be worldwide. Yeah. I never wanted to just be in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And I knew the world was going legal, so I'm like, everywhere it go legal, I will be there. You feel me? Period. So I'm like, damn, Kid L, what I was just telling you about?
You're talking about networking and kind of like sharing to share and word of mouth.
Oh yeah. So I'm like, so I was talking about telling 6 people. So I was like, Yeah, when I named it GuuRock International, I knew I wanted to be worldwide. So it was a thing for people to get the merch and the shirt and actually take a picture in different cities and different places around the world. So since they couldn't take the goo or the flower or the weed with them, the exotics, they like, fuck it, at least I can take the shirt and take the picture like shit. GuuRock International. So if you go down my page, you know what I'm saying, GuuRock at GuuRock Flow, if you go down my page and look, it's people in Paris standing in front of the tower, like you know what I'm saying, niggas in Paris, baby, you know what I'm saying, like I'm talking about everything, you know, we out in Dominican Republic, we out everywhere, man. You name it, they done took this shirt and this merch everywhere. These bombers, these coats, these jackets, man, everywhere, man. You're gonna see them all around the world, and they certified people, man, certified members.
If there's somebody who wants to break into the game right now, break into the marijuana game, they just have a little closet and like 32 plants or whatever.
Right.
Is it still a hot time to come into the game, or do you feel like the wave is kind of already dying out?
Man, it's always a good time to come in the game. Don't ever let nobody tell you it's not a good time to chase your dreams. It's always about if it's your passion. I fuck with that passion for real, man. If you passionate about it, if you love the game and this is what you love to do, I advise you to get in there tomorrow. The moment after you hear this interview, you better be going to go look at your plants. You better go buy a new fan for the grow room. You better go get a new AC. Say, I'm about to make the best fucking flower. Because guess what sells no matter what? Guess what's going to get you in the dough faster than anything no matter what? Quality product. If you grow the best weed, I don't care if you're growing the best 2 plants in your closet. If you got the science down to growing the best flower in your fucking closet, it's going to be people that'll pay you millions of dollars to come grow the weed in their room. It's people that's going to come snatch you up because you got genetics. You created, you learn how to clone and make your own genetics, and you learn how to, you know what I'm saying? You learn how to do something magical with this weed shit, man. It's always space for you in this industry. I'm looking for you. You hear me?
I actually have a friend named Fred that was growing. He's like a scientist with this shit.
Right.
He's a scientist. Like you know what I'm saying? He knows the process and everything. He got hired $100K a year to work for this plant, okay?
Period.
He goes in there, he's dominating, he's killing the game. He brings their business up 1,000% because now they have better quality product. They fired him after they figured out his system, right?
Yep.
That bitch shut down basically after he left because he knew the science they didn't.
That's the key. See, you always, that's the thing. Don't give nobody all your sauce. You know, don't give nobody all your sauce. You can help people, show people. You can even go do business with people, but you keep something to yourself. You know, keep your competitive edge. You feel me? You know, sometimes people will use you up. I done been in business deals where people will try to use you up, man. They'll try to use you up. So you got to just make sure you stay focused on what your plan is. Coldest thing you can ever do is have a plan. I don't even care if you doing business with somebody else. You got to have a plan for why you doing business with them. You're like, all right, I'm about to come in here, do this, that, and the third with them, and then I'm out. That's my business. That's what I'm doing. Because you don't walk in there with a plan, somebody going to give you a plan. And now when you following somebody else's plan, 9 times out of 10, it's beneficial for them. Period, dog.
Whoo, that was some heat, bro. Because I've been what the fuck you just talked about. I've been there. Like, you just show up, they drain the shit out of you.
Come on, man.
And they're up to the next. And then I realized, let me do that in reverse now.
Come on now, you got now kid here walking in there with a plan. This time, like, hell no, we about to walk in. We gonna shoot this shit.
But I keep it. But you know what? With my network, the people that I fuck with, I would never do that. You know, it's all genuine. But if it's somebody I know, there's nothing that can ever be nothing with it. It's like, all right, let's just do what we gotta do.
No, but see, even that, Kid L, you know, I don't know about you, but like me and my, you know, my loved ones, I try to make sure we all, every day, I ask them about, like, man, you know, I just say little shit like, stick to the plan.
Yeah.
I just randomly bust out in the middle of us having a day, like, dog, just make sure y'all sticking to the plan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know why? Because you need to be reiterating in your own brain. Sometimes we get distracted. Distractions are so easy and real, bro.
Yeah.
On your way to the top, you're going to get distracted so much. And I'm not at the top yet, but I'm saying on my way chasing what I want as far as my goals, man, it's so many distractions and shit that can take you to the side from building the brain. You think I can have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 products and all that type of stuff out here if I was focused, you know, if I wasn't focused? You feel me? Like, you got to be like, you got to box the whole world out. You got to kind of sometimes isolate yourself just so you can hear your own thoughts, bro. Yeah. And you got to write your plan down and say, this is what I'm doing. I don't care who I'm dealing with. I don't care if you're my brother. I got a plan for us dealing with each other.
Yes.
And that's good because I could be planning for you to be millionaire with me.
Yeah.
And that's all my plans for all my loved ones. They can tell you I'm on their ass about being millionaires. That's what we talk about. Yeah. That's all we plan for. That's all we execute and do.
Yeah.
We chasing that one bag down while it's right here. We at the beginning of Microsoft. I keep telling you, we can't miss Microsoft. We can't miss the internet when you could have helped build it.
Yeah. Even if like these major, Pepsi and Coca-Cola come out with their own weed brand, you got to look at the fact that, okay, Budweiser exists, right? Budweiser is one of the most famous fucking beer brands. But then why am I still going to the store and buying a local brand instead? You know what I'm saying? Why am I getting Atwater's beer still? Because Atwater is more because it's a smaller production, they pay more attention to it.
Okay.
As mass production always reduces quality, or it also makes it where it's too much out there. Like, it's just too easy to get your hands on Coca-Cola. But Atwater just dropped this new beer out, and I want to go grab that. And it's quality, and it's better quality than that. So I feel like local brands are going to be able to do that, even when Budweiser drops a weed brand or whatever the fuck, Budweed, and then you could come out and be like, yo, but GuuRock still tastes better. And people are going to buy GuuRock because it is better. Even if there is mass produced. So that's something to not discourage people, even though the game is blowing up, quality, like you're saying. Man. Yeah, you can still be able to come out and compete.
You're right, Kitty. I'm telling you, especially in this industry, man, the quality gonna outlast everything. And I think that's kind of probably every industry you think about. Quality, man. Like you said, like you said, like Coca-Cola. Like, even though Fago's selling mad amount of cola pops, it's Coca-Cola, it's Sprite, it's Pepsi, is so long as you come in with quality, man, you'll be able to compete. Like, I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna get in this industry, don't come with the dirt. Don't go. I'm gonna inspire you to not go grow Gorilla Glue. You know what I'm saying? And it's a space for that. But I'm telling you, like, if you coming in the game right now, and you coming to be a brand, and you coming to become high quality, try to bring something different. Even if you're gonna cross the Gorilla Glue with 3 other strands to make it something special, try to come special. Try to find your niche. Find your way into the game like that. I think finding your niche, like it's edibles. Shout out to Fuckable Edibles. It's edibles and companies out here. Like, it's man, so many different companies, man. Like you got the guys who even making the grabba leaves. That's not weed, but it's weed related. Everybody buy leaves. We buy Backwoods, not grabba coming in and we buying grabbas. You feel me? Yeah. Like, find your niche in the market. Find something to sell in the market. The market is really wide open. It's really a fairly new market. You know what I'm saying? And it's constantly growing every day.
Yeah. And
then you got other states that haven't even popped off yet. I'm gonna give y'all this sauce because it's here to be given. Other states is behind us. Like, if you in Michigan, it's states that's haven't, like, just getting to what Michigan was at a year ago. So you can go to that state and be ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ahead of the learning curve already. You see how dispensaries open. They got places that's just opening their first dispensary. And you can walk in their town and tell them something about the industry that they don't even know. Yeah. You can come show them new waves that they don't even know. So you got to always try to be thinking, man. Try to always be different. Try to find your way.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you're very focused, and I think that's what the biggest problem is, obviously, right? Like, a lot of people, they lose track and they lose focus and how to structurize things. It's a chess game for you. It's really motivational to hear you talk about this stuff, man. Even though I'm not involved in the industry, like, it's inspirational to hear, like, the tactics involved and the passion behind it. Like I said, man, a lot of people they always try to bring out a brand and they always fail eventually, or they'll eventually get knocked off, or they just lose motivation for it. What keeps you motivated and what keeps you, like, pushing forward to make this the biggest thing it could possibly be?
Man, my family. I think growing up poor helped me. My family helped me. I look at my children every day and I'll be like, yeah, I got to get it. You know what I'm saying? I want to create industries for them. If I tell you no, don't go to work, I got to give you something to do then. You feel me? I could tell you all day, don't go get a job, but sometimes you need that job to start up your business. So I'm not saying that. You feel me? So that's what pushes me, my family, my children, me wanting to always be self-employed and running my own industry, being my own boss. That shit inspires me. Selling stuff, marketing stuff is my passion. It's like an adrenaline rush for me. I think I get more fun out of selling and marketing than I even do the money. And I like money. I like to buy nice things. But, I really got a passion for marketing and selling. I'm glad I got GuuRock and created my own product that I can just market and sell all day with passion that I love to do it. It's not even work. I wake up and I'm having fun. I'm having fun, y'all. I'm having fun doing this.
What's the hottest strains out right now that's involved with your company or even outside of it?
Exotic Tropics, Exotic Gold. I don't know if y'all know this, man. This sold out. It's not even on the market. We sold 100 pounds in the market. Look, there you go. we sold a lot of pounds in the market. We sold out in all the stores, all 40 stores. And if you want to figure out what stores, GuuRock.com. I got a geolocator to help you out.
Now you guys deliver, right?
Yeah, nah. You know what's so funny? We just got a new licensed delivery service on west2eastdelivery.com. Again, west2eastdelivery.com. Yep, licensed delivery, doing their thing. So now you come right to your doorstep, or you can go on Instagram and it's West to East Delivery. Yep.
Did they pay ahead, or did they have to pay over online? I mean, online, or can they pay in person?
They can go to the website. It'll guide you through. I don't want to, because that's one of the delivery services that I really rock with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And and I even gave them the Exotics, like they got their license, so they got the Exotics Tropics, the Exotic Gold. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Hold on, I'm about to find it for you. I'm gonna make sure. Let me make sure. My bad. Yep, West to East Exotics.
Okay.
Yep, West to East Exotics, but it's West to East Delivery.com.
Okay.
But on Instagram, it's West to East Exotics.
And they aren't your company. That's a company you work with. To
it's a company I'm working with, company I'm rocking with. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
West to East Delivery.com. That's a company I'm rocking with because they were real reliable. They came right on time. I used their service a few times, and when I be running out and I'm out in the world, sometimes I don't got it on me. I usually got it on, just for my smoking purposes, my personal. But when I ain't got my personal, I'm using a delivery service that's reputable, somebody that I know gonna be reliable, fast, ain't gonna be playing. You know what I'm saying? Gonna keep a good pack. You feel me?
With your own personal taste in marijuana, what do you look for when you're smoking a joint?
When I'm smoking a joint, me personally, I like to smoke backwoods. But when I'm smoking, even a joint or backwoods, I'm looking for taste. I'm looking for high. I'm looking for a real, real good taste. I'm looking for an exotic taste, something real flavorful, something that's going to hit the chest, zing, make you cough. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm really looking for. I'm looking for that GuuRock to be in that blunt. You're right. I'm looking for that GuuRock. That's what I really be looking for, because that's what's the thing. Like, that's the thing, man. I smoke exotic. I even got exotic tropical, exotic old. It's going to get you real high, but what I really love the most, man, is that GuuRock being in that blunt. That's why we drop these GuuRock woods, because I be having to roll them up. I like to smoke a lot. But it's got a glass tip on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to smoke for real.
Okay.
Real exotic. GuuRock wood, pre-roll rockwood.
Sure.
Me and Rockwood did a collaboration. He got that rockwood tip in there. That GuuRock wood, man. This is what I really like to smoke on. This is really, 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 really good. Okay. And I'm talking about blow your head off, man. That's what I be looking for. I'm trying to get some good flavor, man. I'm looking for good taste, bro. That's my number one thing is good taste, bro.
Yeah. Why is Backwoods so popular?
I think it's the amount of damn nicotine in the damn thing. I think we addicted to the backwoods, man. And then it just somehow you could put more weed in it. They got the different flavors. The leaf just took over, man, because I don't know why. When I wasn't smoking backwoods, I was smoking Swishers. I'm like, damn, what is it about this, man? I smoked it the first time, got a fucking head high. I ain't smoking that shit no more, but it's so crazy. I wanted it again.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. So they put the MSG inside of the fucking blunt, right?
But it's something about smoking that shit in the backwood, man. Woo.
Yeah.
I'm waiting till these goo leaves come out. When these goo leaves hit the street, it's over. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Backwood, y'all owe me some
money.
You're
going to fuck them up with that.
Backwood, you owe me for that shit.
They have wraps now out for like major places where it's like literally a leaf inside the bag and shit. I forget who does that now, but like I've
been seeing Fontu leaves and shit like that. I think it's called a Fontu leaf when there's one big leaf.
Yeah. They're doing all crazy shits with leaves now, man. It literally looks like you ripped it off a tree or something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, you guys are hip to everything that's going on. It seems like it's pretty damn well established, and you guys are moving forward, man. What projects do you guys have lined up? What can you tell people about to look forward to?
So look to that Kind of Fashion show that'll be dropping December the 26th, our annual date. Y'all look out for that. Man, that's always real crazy. Look out for our 2 new strains that's hitting the street. We really here to retire Exotic Tropics, Exotic Gold. There's a few more packs probably out here on the street, man. Y'all better catch them last few packs. They're gonna be vintage. I'm dropping 2 new strains called Exotic Ocean Avenue, Ocean's Ave, and then Exotic Diamond. You feel me? Those about to hit the street. So look out for that to come like December around Christmas time. That's coming out in all the dispensaries. So look out for that. I just left a meeting with House of Dank. Shout out to House of Dank too. We're gonna do exclusive drop at House of Dank too for that. You feel me?
Perfect. Any last words of advice for anybody who's trying to become an entrepreneur?
Man, go get that ebook that I drop real soon, man. If you really want to get into the medical marijuana industry, you really want to know how to come from being a project baby to being a corporate guru and being one of the #1 brands in the medical marijuana industry, I'm gonna give it to you step by step. It's a short read, real clean, simple, layman's terms. We ain't gonna use no bunch of big words. We're gonna make sure a baby can read this and understand how to come into the industry.
For sure.
Now, even though we don't, you know what I'm saying, but when you totally legal, but you understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna make it an easy read.
And a quick history lesson too for me. Like, do you know why marijuana was ever not legalized and why it became legalized?
Actually, I kind of know the story, but I don't want to give the story because
Okay.
I want to be right and exact. If I tell you dates and times, I would like to come back on the next one and really give y'all a damn near bring out a project board to tell you how it went. But
Okay.
hemp was legal at one point in time. Marijuana was legal. Somebody just showed me somebody with a legal marijuana dealer's license from 1946, and it said legal to sell marijuana. It was 1946, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm gonna drop that on my page too, so y'all can see that though, because it's lit.
It's exciting, man. It feels like you have just like a wealth of knowledge about the industry. So you got a book dropping, you got these events coming up. People can obviously reach out to you to have some discussions and stuff and learn a lot from you. This is awesome, man. This has been a really great time. Everybody, please, man, go check out. Everybody I know smokes this shit, and I don't fuck with motherfuckers that don't smoke good shit or eat good shit or drink good shit. Everybody I fuck with loves quality, and I already know this is quality product. I would smoke this shit right now, but I quit smoking weed, unfortunately.
Let me just do a few drops for you too, man. Y'all see that? It's the Big Boss jar, GuuRock, man. You know, when you see that in them stores, you make sure you go grab that. That's that Big Boss $500 jar. Y'all better go get that. We got that Exotic Tropic and Gold.
It smells so fucking good.
Man, the Exotic Tropics and Gold, man. We got to smell that shit too, man. I got to put that out there for you. That shit, we retiring these, y'all, man. Shout out to all the dispensaries that we sold out all those pounds, man. And shout out to everybody that came out to the GuuRock events. I will be doing GuuRock tour dates again at all the dispensaries. Just look out for that Exotic tour. You know how we do. We bring all the artists out so you can meet and greet. We bringing out good smoke. We gonna have a good time. You know, I'm even do something in the winter. I ain't gonna release this because I don't want no other dispensary stealing my style or no other body that we ain't rocking with stealing our style. But we coming out with something heavy for the winter. So y'all watch out for that Exotic Ocean Ave, Exotic Diamond drop. We gonna retire these, man. You catch these packs that still left out in the street because they vintage. We ain't gonna never see them no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep going with the strains. The GuuRock Wood. Shout out to Rockwood too. Shout out to Rocky Hibachi. They doing good with that food out there in Inkster. Shout out to them. But that GuuRock Wood, man, you seen it, man. It's a pre-roll. It's a gram of that motherfucking goo in there, 1.5 grams of that za with that glass tip. You better get caught up with that. That's a classic, man. And that's it. I think they got all the products, man. Hold up. That's that 7 of that goo, too. You know we got it. Grams, all that good shit. Catch it. GuuRock rolling trays. We got it all, man. Merchandise, the GuuRock bombers. You know, those was limited edition. Shout out to all the certified members. Shout out to all the certified members worldwide. You know, our certified member list kind of crazy too, kid. We're going to have to make you a certified member, man.
What's real, that all about?
I forgot to talk about my members, man, because they make this what it is. Certified members is the people all around the world who really tapped into the GuuRock way of life. Meaning when you go to other states, you got family members there, man. You got certified members that can tap you in. You know, especially in them legal states, they can point you in the direction of the za. That, you know, in them legal states, and you can go in them other states, you can get Airbnbs, exclusive Airbnbs, you can get exclusive rentals. You know, it's just like a network. That's what it is. Certified membership is a network. You know what I'm saying? And I think I got a card on me, man. It's a network though, kiddo. It's like it's a network for people who got business like you. So now what we doing in the GuuRock Book of Life, you got people who get signed up on the website www.GuuRock.com. That's GuuRock.com. And we got cards, man. Real cards. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Check that out, man.
Oh, that's the real deal.
It's the real deal, man. It's the real deal. So, you know, that's for our members. Our members. Yeah, sir. Our certified members, you feel me? They rock with these cards. You get your number. You know, you tap in. You see what I'm saying? You scan in. You tap into that Goo World, man. We gonna get Kid L signed up. You feel me? My baby is a member for sure.
For sure.
But you know, that's what we doing. So we making sure that you can tap into your loved ones worldwide.
For sure.
Worldwide. I don't care where you at. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got a loved one there.
It's a beautiful vision. Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? So you just, you know, you need us, give us a call, man. Tap in with us, www.GuuRock.com for our upcoming events. Oh, and I got that How You Going too for all the brand ambassadors. You know, all the brand ambassadors I meant, the Sadas and the Skillers. And Skilla, matter of fact, Skilla How You Going just aired, you know, on YouTube.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to check that out. So that's big, you know, that's just people, you can hear them goose stories of how it started, how we met people, how it evolved from where it's at to where it's at now. You get to get real intimate with our products and just get like product review. You get to see a lot of our merchandise and the new merch we dropping. You get to get the other side of the artist, you know, some funny stories of like smoking goo, how they fell out off the goo, or who they gave a family member some goo and how they responded to the goo. So it's really fun, man, because GuuRock, they had so many events. Shout out to Kiefer too. Shout out to Kiefer. You know, Kiefer brand ambassador, but he shoot all our content mostly. You know what I'm saying? And he our host of How You Going. And it's really fun, man. We on there having fun, just talking our goose stories. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the weed bar too. Shout out to our loved ones over there at the weed bar. You know, we over here doing events, going crazy, man. So.
Oh yeah, man. Much prosper to you guys, man. I'm really proud of the brand. Really proud of that. You guys took it this far and brought this brand to life, and it's staying consistent. And it's gonna take over. I know it's gonna take over because it's the only weed brand I know about from Detroit, to be honest with you. Besides like one other fucking brand.
That's right. That's right.
You already know that's
doing our job, then. Yeah, I guess I'll do our job.
You feel me? But thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Everybody, please go check out GuuRock again, man. They got a website and everything for you guys. I'll put their social media in the bottom for you guys to go check out. We have Vantage Photo behind the camera. We just shot this at Parallel Sound Studio. Thank you guys again. We're out. Peace. Woo! That was fun as fuck. Yeah.